You're here watching this video with me, which means that you're here celebrating my 30th birthday with me. Can you believe that? I am 30. Like, wow. I know I don't look a day over 21. Thanks for the compliment. But I can't believe that we're here. I can't believe that I've been on this earth for 3 decades. And I'm just so grateful, and I've learned so much, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you that is here with me, has been here since day one, joined at some point along the journey. You're still here. Like, thank you. In honor of my 30th birthday, we're gonna do something a little bit different. This is where I'm gonna share 30 things that I have learned in my 30 years on this earth. We're gonna talk about it because I've been learning some things, and you guys have taught me a lot. And you know, anytime I learn something new, I like to share it with you. I won't even ramble anymore. I'll just look down in the comment section for all the birthday wishes. Thanks in advance. Thanks for the gifts as well. I am accepting gifts. If you do want to send me something, I'll have Amazon birthday gift list down below. You can go ahead and buy something. It will ship directly to me. I appreciate it in advance. So let's get on with the 30 things that I learned in my 30 years on this earth. One of the things that I learned is that no matter how much you clean the house, no matter how much you make the bed, no matter how much you wash the dishes, you're gonna have to do that again and again and again. No, for real. Like, I know you're probably thinking I'm gonna come with some serious things, and I probably will, but for real, no matter how much you do it, you're gonna have to do it again and again and again and again and every day. And you know what? I enjoy it. I'm grateful for it. But it's just one of those realizations that, Jano, you know, back then when Granny Lynn used to do them for me, make the bed for me and wash the dishes for me, you know, I probably should have appreciated her a little bit more. Because now that I have to do it, damn, I gotta do it every day. So yeah, that's one thing I learned while being on this earth, man. And number 2, I learned that these body parts, they don't work like they used to. Please comment below if you can relate. They don't be doing what they used to do, man. I used to be able to go to a party and stay up all night and have fun. No, as night come, I want to sleep. Like these, I get sleepy. I get, you know, they're not as strong as they used to. But hey, it's graceful aging. They're still good, you know. They're still good. Don't get me wrong. They're just not like they were when I was 19. So for all my 19-year-olds watching, you know, it's gonna deteriorate, unfortunately. The third thing I learned from being on this earth for 30 years is that, you know, it wasn't that I was lazy. It's just that I was uninterested in that thing. Whatever that thing was that made people think that I'm lazy for not doing that. It's not that I was lazy. I was just not interested in doing that. And I'm okay with that. You know, sometimes they're so quick to judge, especially, let me take it back to students. Like, you'd have a child who is not particularly as advanced as you'd like them to be in a particular subject or a particular area, and then we think, oh, you know, the boy lazy because he's not doing math, or he's lazy because he's not doing this thing. Sometimes it's not lazy. Sometimes you're just not interested. Find something that person is interested in, and you see a difference. Let me give you an example. I have a cousin, young boy. He was struggling to learn the vowels. Like, I was teaching him to learn the vowels, and I would ring it in his ears every day. Like, the vowels are A-E-I-O-U every day, and we'd go back and forth. And when I tried to drill him on what are the vowels, he'd just not get it. But what I realized is that he was very intrigued by the cell phone. Anything that have to do with the cell phone, he is 100% interested in that. Like, he loves that. So what I did was to change my phone password to the vowels. So at that time, my password was A-E-I-O-U. And guess who learned the vowels? because he wanted to get inside my phone, and that was the only way to get in because that's where his interest lies. And he learned the vowels, and he come and tell me, Auntie Rochelle, vowel A, E, I, O, U, I know it because I got in your phone, I got in your passwords, yada yada yada. So sometimes it's not that you're lazy. Sometimes you're just not interested in whatever that thing is. And that's one thing I learned, man. The fourth thing that I learned from being on this earth now for 30 years is to be grateful. To be grateful for everything that we have. Give thanks, practice an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for where we are. It's important for us to take a step back, look at all that we've accomplished, all that has gone through. Find the positive in it and be grateful for it. It's important. The fifth thing is to embrace change. Change is not a bad thing. Change is inevitable. Change can bring forth some good things, so we have to embrace change. For those of you that have been on my journey know that I moved countries. I moved from my home country, Jamaica, and I'm now living in America, and that's a big change for me. And that's something that I had to embrace and allow it and be okay with it. I know I have a lot of people following me that have moved as well, and I know you also had to embrace that change. And it may not be in moving or anything like that, but just know that circumstances change, things change, we grow, we evolve, we try to find the positive in it and embrace it. Don't be stubborn about it. A lot of times when changes are happening, we tend to be stubborn, or we don't want that because tradition dictates that this is what we're supposed to be doing, or this is what I'm used to doing, this is what's customary. No, it's okay to change. Just like now technology is changing, AIs are coming into play and all of that, and you still have a lot of people that are resistant to these changes, but guess what? It's going to happen no matter what. So we have to embrace this change and change with it. It's gonna happen, man, so we gotta embrace it. Number 6, I've learned to during this journey of life to cherish loved ones and to let them know that they're loved. A lot of times we love people and we have it in our heart, which is good. It's good that you love from your heart, but it's not good when you only keep it to yourself. Let the other person know how you feel about them. Let the other person know what you're thinking, because you never know what it can do for that person. So I've been labeled as the unemotional type in the past. Friends would tell me, I'm not emotional, I don't show emotions, I'm not lovey-dovey and all that. And while I don't agree, I have learned over the years to be more vulnerable and to show that side, because deep down I love and I cherish them, but sometimes I do it in my own way, not the lovey-dovey way to friends and whatnot. But I've learned that some people need that, and it's okay to tell people how you are feeling so that you can be on the same page. So cherish them, but also let them know that this is what you're feeling, this is how you feel towards them, because it may just take them up a notch, boost their confidence, help them out in areas where they're insecure or whatever. Life is short. COVID definitely kind of kicked me in the butt to tell people how I'm really feeling. Life is short. You're here one day, you're gone the next, and it sucks that if somebody should go and they don't know how you really feel, you know what I mean? So yeah. So number 7, I learned during this 30 years that health is wealth. You're healthy, you're wealthy. You can have all the material things in the world, you can have all the accolades, but if you are not healthy, you will not be able to enjoy it, because sickness don't care about what you have, what you've accomplished, what you're doing. If it comes, it comes, and that's that. All that matters in that time. So it's important to take care of yourself and to be as healthy as you can so that you can enjoy everything else, because without your health, then it does not make any sense. And I know a lot of us have had to learn the hard way, and for those of you that can change things so that you can become healthy, hope you take this as some kind of motivation to get there, because without your health, nothing else matters. Nothing at all. Comment below if you agree. Number 8 is I've learned to not be afraid to try. Do not be afraid to take risks. Do not be afraid to fail. I am a trier. I am always going to try something, even if it doesn't work out. Let it not be said that I didn't try. And that's how I live by. Have an idea. So long as it's feasible, I'm gonna try. And it may fail, but I'm trying. Even with this YouTube channel, there are things that I've tried, and in my KPIs for failure, I've failed, but I'm happy that I actually did it. And I encourage you to try as well, whatever it is that you have in your head. I know a lot of you want to start a YouTube channel, a lot of you want to start a business, a lot of you want to probably follow some kind of passion or a dream or something. Try it, and even if it's scary and you may fail, that's fine. You'll learn from the failure, and then you pick yourself up and you go again. Try it. Believe me. Try not to limit yourself to just one thing. If you feel like you have multiple thoughts, multiple interests, multiple passions, multiple things that you want to do, nothing not wrong with trying all of them. Maybe don't try them all at once, but still go after them. Try, do it at least once. That's my thing in life. Try to do it at least once. A lot of you message me asking me, how did I find my passion? How do you know what you want to do? How do you, things like that. The only way you can know what you want to do is to try everything. And then you start to narrow down what it is that you're good at, what it is that you actually like to do, and you get down to that thing. But you'll never know until you try. So take my advice. Try. And then the next thing following that is that never be afraid to learn. You're never too old to learn. Never stop learning. I've told myself that I'm never gonna stop learning. Every day is another opportunity to learn something new. Whether it be I'm gonna be reading something, watching a video, doing something new so that I can learn. Invest in knowledge, because knowledge is power. And I encourage you to do the same, because the more you know, the more you can do. The more you know, the more power you have. The more you know, the less you can be controlled. I also learned that it is okay to say no. There are many times we're in situations that we don't want to be in, places we don't want to be, doing things we don't want to be doing, and that's happening because we're afraid to say no. We've all been there. I've been there, especially in my younger years, choosing to say yes to please the other person. I've learned the importance of saying no, respect my peace, respect my place, and just know when no is a no. Not everything you're invited to, you should go. Not every argument you're invited to, you should go either. Not everything that's handed to you, you should take. Not every situation that presents itself, you should make yourself available for it. There has to be a time when you say no, and you have to know when that time is, and be okay with saying no. Let's learn to say no to those situations that no longer serve us, so that we can embrace the times when we say yes. And that brings me to my next point, is be open to saying yes. Just like being okay with saying no, you have to be okay with saying yes. But yes to the right thing, at the right time, from the right people, in the right place. It's okay for that yes. So you also have to know when to do that. Another thing that I learned during my 3 decades on this earth is to not compare myself to others. It is so easy for us to play the comparison game because of the expectations that we set for ourselves. It's normal, it's natural, but it's something that we also have to learn not to do, because you never know what that next person had to do to get what they have. So it goes back to being grateful for what you have, knowing yourself and understanding your worth and your value, so that you're not inclined to compare yourself to someone else. And in learning to not compare yourself to others, it's also important to define what success means to you, because a lot of the time we tend to compare ourselves to each other because of the things that we think that person achieved over what we achieve. And success looks different for everyone. Like somebody else's measure of success could be getting married, buying a car, house, getting 3 kids, and for them, that's the ultimate measure of success, and that's good for them. While another person's measure of success may be to travel the world, to have no kid, to meet new people, to have $100 million in the bank account. And if that person attained those things because they measure their success that way, then they're deemed successful. While the other person who had the husband and everything over that side, that's successful for them. So you have to define what's successful for you, not because somebody else is getting something. You mean that you think that that's what you need to base your life off of? No, you need to know what is the measure of success for you, because success looks different for everybody. And it comes back to that point of not comparing yourself to that person, because that person may measure their success much differently than I measure my success. I also learned the importance of surrounding myself with like-minded people, and that is super important, because you don't want to be in spaces or situations with people that are not thinking like you are, working toward a similar dream or plan as you are, going in the same direction. You know what I mean? It becomes draining and it becomes demotivating when you're in environment with people that are not in alignment with you. Let's say that it's your life plan to be a pilot, and that's what you live, breathe, dream. You just want to be in a plane to fly because you love being in the sky, you love flying, and that's all you want to do. Imagine you're surrounding yourself with people who don't believe in planes. They think planes are dangerous. They think that planes are damaging the environment, it's damaging the climate, and it's just bad overall for the earth. Imagine being in that situation where you're so passionate about planes and all the positives, but you're in an environment where people are just all negative. That doesn't go together, and that's gonna demotivate you. So you have to remember, find those spaces and those people that are like-minded, that are thinking like you are, that are along or on the same path, on the same journey that you are, so that it can help to motivate you, it can help to push you further, so that you can also learn from them, they can learn from you, and you guys can grow together. Also learn to surround myself with positive people, just like the like-minded people and you being the same. You want people that are also positive around you, that can lift you up rather than drain you, that can move you further rather than pull you behind, that can see the cup as half full rather than half empty. You want to be in situations where you can thrive. You want to be in rooms where you can grow. You want to be in company that can propel you forward. If you don't take anything from this video, take this. Cultivate the circle of positivity, people that are positive, that can just spew and ooze positivity, so that you can feel that positivity, because it helps a lot. Negativity, all that does is drain you, depress you, demotivate you, bring you down, make you don't want to do anything. Nobody wants to be in that situation. So it's really important. Like-minded people, positive people, find them. They're there. I promise you, they're there. Number 16, I've learned to love myself. It's important that you love yourself. Embrace yourself, accept yourself. I said this before on my channel, and I'll tell you again. I'll give you a little story. There was a time where I did not love myself. I did not like myself because I didn't like my skin tone. I didn't like my complexion. I didn't like my hair. And the reason for that is that I used to get teased for the color of my skin. I used to get teased for my hair. I used to get all the names in the book you can think of, from Akiseed to people saying that and I was left in the oven for too long, and just all these derogatory statements and things that made me feel less than. I didn't like it, and for that reason I just didn't like myself. I didn't like all of that, and it took a long time for me to get to where I'm like, I'm not gonna let anybody's opinion of me define who I am. I'm going to embrace everything that I am, flaws and all, the beauty that's there, and just love myself. All of this happened when I was a child, growing up from prep school into high school. I got all of those teasing, and you know, kids can be mean, so it can weigh very heavily on you as a child. And at that time, that's just what it was. It wasn't good, it was unfortunate. That contributed to me not loving myself. growing into being an adult, all of that change. And I know there's a lot of people that are probably experiencing that now, even to adulthood, or that something like that scarred them from being a child into adulthood. But let me encourage you that it's not worth it to hold on to that. You are beautiful the way you are made, and you just have to learn to accept that, learn to love that, look at yourself with love and give yourself grace, and embrace all that you are. Because until you do that, one, you will not allow anybody else to love you the way that you deserve, and two, it will be very difficult for you to truly love somebody else the way they should be loved. You need to love yourself, accept yourself, embrace yourself. We're all unique, we're all beautiful, we're all God's children, so love yourself. The next thing I learned, and I want you guys to do, is to forgive yourself. We've all made mistakes in the past. None of us are perfect. We all did something that we're not proud of, but we have to learn to forgive. We have to learn to let it go. Know that that was the past and you're sorry for it. You'll never do it again, and allow yourself to grow from that. You also have to learn to forgive people. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. They did what they did. Let it go, because holding on to it hurts you more than it hurts them. So love yourself, forgive people. I also learned to not take myself too seriously. Life is short. We don't need to be Mr. and Mrs. Grumpy all the time. It's okay to just be yourself, quirky and all. Embrace you, and laugh if you need to, jump if you need to. Don't take everything so serious. Like, you're fine. Stop taking everything so serious and so highty-tighty and so. Nah, live a little. Breathe. Don't take it so seriously. It's okay. Tomorrow is another day. Nothing is that serious, okay? Just be. It's okay. You are fine. I also learned to practice self-care. Besides practicing things to make yourself healthy, like I mentioned earlier, because your health is your wealth, you also need to do things to care for yourself. One, you need to not be so hard on yourself. It's okay. Be more gentle. Do things that make yourself feel good. Take care of yourself. So if that means for you to go get your hair done, if that means to go get your nails done, to go get a massage, to go get some pampering, or to journal, or to do some meditation, to go do some yoga, some Pilates, go drive by the beach, hang out with your friend, whatever self-care means to you, because it's different for everyone, do it. Take that time for you and understand that it's okay and you're not being selfish. You need your you time. For those of you that are living in households where you can get a space where you can just be you and get away from everybody else, do that. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. Take care of your emotional health. Take care of your health overall. You need to practice that self-care. Do some things for you. And don't tell me about that you don't have no time, because you have time. You have all heap of time. You just got to figure it out. You just have to want it enough. For me, self-care looks like sometimes washing my hair. I know that sounds bad, right? But it's the truth. Sometimes it's just washing my hair, just being in the shower for that 45 minutes and feeling the water down my back. And I mean, it's annoying at times that the process is so long, but sometimes that's what I need. Sometimes sit down and listen to some music. Sometimes it's getting a pedicure. Sometimes it's even coming on camera and talking to you guys. I mean, it's different things. Sometimes it's getting a facial, a massage. Practice self-care and know that that's your time and that's what you like to do, so it's okay. Do that. Okay? I also learned, and I'm still learning and practicing, to celebrate my accomplishments. I'm a bit honest. I have struggled. That's one of my struggles. Like, I do different things and accomplish different things, which I am very proud of. But as soon as I get that thing that I'm working towards, then it's just on to the next thing. And a lot of times I don't take the time to celebrate what it is that I've just done. So that's something that I am actively working on. It's important to, again, be in the know, be grateful for what you have, celebrate what you have, and move on to the next thing. I also learned the importance of speaking positive things, manifesting things in your life, putting out only what you want to get back. The universe listens. God listens. So we should tell him what we want and not what we don't want. Talk about the positives, leave the negatives. Put out what it is that we want to achieve, and then put the things in place to achieve those things. That's one of the things I've been practicing, to just speak those positive things. I mean, I've always been a positive person. If you know me, you know I'm gonna look at the positive side of things. I think that's just how I was made. But you know, as humans, sometimes the negatives come over, and we have to train our brain to redirect those thoughts and to focus on the positive things and to put out the positive things in there. A lot of times I see parents have their kids, and the kid may be rude or maybe doing what kids do, and then they start telling the kids all these negative things. You're gonna turn out like this person, and you're gonna be this person, or you're that. Speak the positive things over those kids' life. Tell them all the positives, so that's what can happen. Because a lot of the times these negative things that we're saying, we actually don't mean it. It's just in that state of anger. So I say to say those positive things out loud, and that's what you'll get in return. I know a lot of people also struggle with like self-identity things or self-image things. Like if you need to put positive words on your mirror so that you can keep repeatedly saying it until you start to believe it, then if that's what it takes, then do that. I am beautiful. I am going to make $100,000 this year. I am going to travel the world. Say the things in the positive rather than, oh Lord, I'm broke. I don't have this. I don't have that. No, positive. It works. I know at the beginning of every year, I do write down things that I want to achieve for that year, and I say it in the present tense and in the future tense as opposed to what I don't want. So I am accomplishing this. I will accomplish this. And when as the year progresses, I usually accomplish most, if not all, of what I set out to do, because I set that intention, put it out there, and then I just start working towards it. And a lot of times it takes writing it down, because when you write it down, I don't know, something for me, like when I write it down, then it makes it more actionable in my brain. Like, okay, you have to do it because you wrote it. So I don't know if that will work for you, but definitely works for me. So you can try it out. Put out the positive things, manifest these positive things, and watch them happen. I've also learned the importance of prayer and being intentional about the prayer. Just like speaking those positive things, I pray for positive things to happen in my life. I speak to God as though I'm speaking to my friend, and I say the things in the present tense or in the future tense. I put out the positive and I pray. I give thanks for things because I'm super grateful, and one thing, gratitude is 100% on top of my list because I am so grateful for everything. So I pray a lot, and it's just really important to, whatever it is. I know that we all have different religions, different beliefs, different denominations. Whatever it is that you believe in, find something that you believe in and talk to that thing. So I'm saying, I believe in God, so I pray to God. No qualms about that, and it does a lot. It centers me. I usually get what I want, and it helps me to remember that it's bigger than me. But yeah, prayer is powerful. There's power in your words. There's power in putting it out. There's power in for asking for what you want. There's power in being grateful for what you have. There's power in talking to the Lord. I also learned that financial literacy is important. It's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make. It's a lot of times there's people that fall into these situations of, how do I describe it? You know, they get a lot of money, and unfortunately the money goes down the drain very quickly because they're not financially literate. They don't practice these different things to keep that money turning. So it's one thing to get the money, but how you keep the money is another thing. So it's important to be financially literate, to invest in knowledge, like I said before, in financial knowledge, and that will go a long way. I also learned the importance of listening. Listen to what is being said. Listen to what is not being said. Listen to understand rather than listening to respond. There is a difference. Sometimes we tend to just talk and talk and talk and talk, and we don't listen. There's power in listening. There's a reason why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should listen more than we speak. But unfortunately, we tend to do the opposite. I've learned the hard way. The fact is that I'm learning, and I hope that you are too. Comment below and let me know what you've learned so far, and what are some of the things that you also learned in your years on this earth. I also learned the importance of being kind to people. Be kind, and be kind not with the expectation of getting anything from anyone or the kindness being reciprocated. Just being kind, because that's what you should do. Just be kind. Then also on top of that, you never know what someone else is going through. You never know what someone else is experiencing. And if you're gonna be anything, why not just be nice? Be kind. It goes a long way. It can also come back to where that kindness is reciprocated to you in the long run because of that action. So again, if you're gonna be anything, be kind. The world is already full with so much evil, hatred, negativity, and all of that. We don't want to be adding to that, so let's choose the other end of it and be kind, be nice. And thanks to all of you that have been nice and kind to me. I appreciate it. I've also learned the importance of choosing your partner wisely, especially when this partner is gonna be your forever partner, gonna be your forever friend. It's important to make the right choice, the wise choice, dot all your I's and cross all your T's, and make sure that the person that you're choosing is a person that's gonna see you through sickness and in health, which are for poor, in doomsday and good days. I also learned the importance of saying you're sorry. A lot of times, especially as women, we don't like to say sorry, or it's difficult to say sorry because we're always right? I know I've been guilty. I'm guilty sometimes. I know I'm wrong, and I try to justify in the past, that is, and try to find the reason why I think I'm right when I know I'm not right in previous situations again. But we at some point we have to come to where we say it's okay to be sorry. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Things happen. So when these things happen, we just say we're sorry and move on. It's important. It's important to make the other person know that we slipped up. We're sorry for it. And there's nothing wrong with saying it. Took my Leo brain a while to get it, but I'm happy I did. It's important. So if I've wronged any one of you out there, I'm sorry. I also learned the importance of exposure and getting to broaden your knowledge, and a lot of the times that come from going to different places, meeting new people, having new experiences, and in many cases it's even traveling, going out and seeing something different. Could be travel within your own country, going to a different part to see what that is like, to have a bit more knowledge than what you have just being confined into one space. And in other cases, it's traveling the world, going to see what else is there. The world is big, grand, massive. There's so much to learn. There's so much to do. There's so much. So it's important that we go out, learn as much as we can, broaden our horizons, and just get that exposure and that experience. Because man, oh man, there's so much to know. And in a lot of cases, if you can live somewhere else besides your home country, even for a few months, go somewhere else, see something else, do something else. Just broaden that horizon, really. I also learned the importance of trusting my gut and my instincts. A lot of times we know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I'm on the second to last one. It's my birthday?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm on the last one, guys. It's my birthday, and my lovely husband is here to give me a drink.
Hello.
I'm recording this minutes to my birthday. I know it's my birthday. So thank you.
It's actually 12 a.m. and it's time for our celebration. So I hope you appreciate this video because she's doing this midnight, so you guys can get this on her actual birthday. So please like the video, share the video, let us know what
turn remote to the microphone.
Let us know what you've learned and how you relate to what she has learned throughout her 30 years.
Thank you, baby. Alright, I'm on the last point, or I should say second to last point. So yeah, I was saying that to trust your gut and to trust your instinct, because you know more than you think you know. You usually know when you should do or not do something because there's that thing that tells you. So lean on it some more, and because it's important. It is important. Lots of times we go astray because we following something else, but I assure you, trust your gut. And then the final thing I'm going to share with you that I learned during my 30 years on this earth is that you guys like me. I learned that you guys like me and you guys like my videos and that I bring value to you guys and you guys are appreciative of that. And I am so super grateful. So I want to take this moment to say thank you so much for those of you that have been on the YouTube journey with me. It means that you've been here since I was about 23, I believe, and I'm now 30. For those of you that joined along the way, even if you're just joining now, I want to say welcome and thanks for being here. Thank you so much for celebrating with me. Damn, I can't believe I'm 30, guys. Like, I'm freaking 30. But I just want to give God thanks. I want to say thank you so much, Lord, for 3 decades. I'm so grateful, and I want to say thank you guys so much for rocking with me every year, all the time. Like, y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't understand. But I want you guys to please leave your comments below. Let me know what point you can relate to. What have you learned during your time on this earth? What are some of the takeaways from this video? What are some things that you can teach me? And what do you want to see next from me? I want to say thank you so much. There's a lot more in store. There's a lot more to do. There's a lot more to say. We're on to bigger and better things. And again, I am just so grateful. It's time for me to go celebrate. So this is where I'm going to end this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Rochielin, 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 with the vlogging. Rochielin, 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 a good sing thing, DIY thing, traveling, exploring, touring, a little ear thing, a little teaching, a be a fun thing, cause she not boring. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch every video, member say she not hype. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch every video, member say she not hype.
Hey, it's Rochielin. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Cause she not boring.